Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to show you a procedure on how to do a voltage drop test on both the positive and negative side of a starter circuit. You can use any DVOM to do this procedure that you want. We're going to use our lab scope just because it's here and it's very convenient for me to use. We're also going to take advantage of the min-max feature of the voltmeter. Now, in order to hook this thing up, we're going to have to hook it, like I say, we're going to hook it to the positive side of the battery circuit. And I'll come over here to the car and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, we're going to take our positive lead and we're going to hook it to the positive post of the battery right there. Okay, again, anytime we talk about the most positive part of a circuit, the most negative part, we're talking about at the battery. Our next connection is a little bit trickier, which is going to be down here at the starter motor. If you can see this bundle of wires right here, what we're going for is that stud right there where those wires hook up to the starter motor itself. And I'm going to hook it up there. And what this does, this is going to tell me what the resistance of this big heavy cable that comes from the battery comes down here and comes down to the starter. And we're going to make sure we don't have any resistance or very low resistance. I'm going to come up back over here to the scope, the voltmeter rather, and I'm going to hit reset on our min-max feature, okay? You'll also notice I've taken it out of auto range and I've put it in plus or minus 4 volts. And I did that because I didn't want it jumping around while I'm making this measurement. Now, I've disabled the ignition system and also the fuel system so it won't start. I'm going to use our remote starter to crank the engine. And what we're going to do is we're going to just crank it for about 5 seconds. All right, and again, we're going to take advantage of the fact the scope has got the min-max feature. You notice our minimum was below 0. Our average is 0.015. Our maximum was 0.23. Anything below 0.2 is considered acceptable. Of course, that was our maximum. That's when it first started cranking. Once it came up to speed, it dropped down. So that is a good, solid circuit on the positive side of the cranking circuit. We don't have any problems there. We don't have to correct them. Now we can do the same procedure on the negative side of the circuit. And if you'll recall, I showed you guys the most negative side of any circuit in the car is always battery negative, correct? So we're going to take our negative lead, we're going to hook it up to the negative post of the battery. We're going to take our positive lead and we're going to hook it to the frame of the starter. Anything metal on the starter that is not painted. I'm going to use that little bolt right there. You'll notice right here, it's kind of, like I say, it's a little bit difficult to see. I said negative, I should have said positive. Right down here is where the negative battery cable hooks to the engine block. And you'll notice that screw goes through here and it's right where the starter bolts to the engine. So that should be a good solid connection for us. But again, we're going to let the voltmeter tell the tale. It's possible if someone were to paint this block or paint that starter and it's not getting a good connection between the two, it can cause difficult starting. Let's come back over to our meter. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to hit reset. If I get my mouse to cooperate, right there. Again, our fuel system and our ignition system are disabled. We're going to crank the engine for about 5 seconds. All right. Again, we're going to look at our readings. We notice our minimum is 0. We're not concerned about that. Our average is 0.027. Of course, it's dropping because I quit cranking. And our maximum was 0.2, if I can see it, looks like 0.226 volts. So again, that's a good solid circuit. We won't have to look at that any further. We know that we got a good positive and a good negative path from the battery down to the starter. Now, if I were to check that positive battery lead with an ohm meter, it would read 0 ohms, right? Because you got this big heavy cable. Well, but for instance, if this cable was damaged, and even if there was only one strand left over, it would still show 0 ohms. The beauty of a voltage drop test, this allows you to check for high resistance in a high current circuit. It can also be used in a low current circuit, such as the computer data line. So a very effective test. When you guys get returned from your quarantine, I'm going to walk you through this and you guys are going to demonstrate how to do it. So have a good rest of the day. Everybody stay healthy, right?